The Sprunki Eater is the most terrifying creature to come from the Sprunki universe yet, which is why I decided to put him into hardcore Minecraft. For the next 100 days, I'll be surviving as the Sprunki Eater, facing against monstrous enemies that will stand in my way. Will I be able to stop the Durple Serpent's wrath and save the planet, or will the pollution consume all of Sprunki kind? It was time to find out as I spawned into the ocean as a baby Sprunki Eater. Swimming next to me was my best friend Durple, along with my mom and dad.
Another beautiful day in our ocean home. I can't wait to spend it together.
Suddenly, toxic waste seeped into the water around us, causing our home to rot and corrupt. What's going on? Where is this coming from?
I don't know, but we need to get you two out of here. It's not safe.
I followed behind my parents to try and escape the pollution, but soon waste poured down onto them from a boat above us. Mom! Dad!
You mustn't be corrupted, my boys. Run!
My parents gave in to the toxic waste, dying to its corruption as it continued to spread into the water around us. Durple and I swam for our lives, but it was no use. The toxic waste poured onto us both next, but instead of dying, something even more horrific happened. Our bodies mutated into new terrifying forms.
What is this? What's happening to us?
It's from the boat! We swam up to the surface to find Ratty and Sky tossing barrels of toxic waste into the water.
They did this. We have to make them pay.
But they're Sprunkis like us. What if there's a reason they did this?
After what they did to our parents, you're defending them? I see now. I can't trust you. You're no friend of mine.
Filled with rage, my friend and brother attacked me in his new terrifying monster form. I wasn't strong enough to fight back. I was forced to dive back into the water as Durple gave chase behind me. On day 2, I was being chased through the ocean by the corrupted Durple Serpent. He used his laser attack to try and strike me down as I did my best to escape him. Durple, you don't have to do this. We're friends.
Not anymore, we aren't. I'm killing you and those terrible traitors.
I continued to run, but I was soon met with an ocean full of even more waste barrels floating all around me. One of Durple's attacks landed onto a barrel, causing it to explode in his face. Now's my chance. I swam through the hazardous waters, using my small size to dodge and weave around the barrels. As I did, I spotted a nearby sponge, but I couldn't slow down to take a better look. There are lots of other secrets hidden throughout the video. Be sure to watch until the end to find them all. Soon, I noticed an underwater pipe and swam into it, hoping that I could lose Durple for good.
I hate you, Bronzo! I hate you!
What got into him? I need to convince Durple to come back over to my side so we can stop the true enemy together, whoever they are. Suddenly, the current of the pipe turned on, sucking me deeper inside. I tried to fight against it, but it was no use. I was swept away into its dark depths. On day 3, I spilled out of the other side of the pipe, landing into a vat of toxic waste in an underground factory. I tried to escape the burning waste, but it was no use. The walls were too tall. Is this the end?
Hang on! I'm coming to help!
Suddenly, someone pulled me out of the vat. I looked up and realized I had been saved by none other than Gray.
What are you doing here?
I don't know. My home was fine one moment, and then the next. Just then, we heard the sound of slithering scales approaching us.
Come with me. I know somewhere we can hide.
Gray led me into another room of the factory. What's going on here? Where did all this pollution come from?
It's all from Black's new line of factories. He's prioritized profits and production over everything else and dragged us other Sprunkis into it with him. We're forced to work long hours if we want to survive.
I knew that Durple jumped to conclusions. You are all victims like us. How do we stop him?
The only way to stop him is to locate his 6 mega polluters and shut them down for good. We're inside of the first one now, but the other 5 are scattered all over Sprunki. If you manage to destroy them all, the environment will return back to normal and us Sprunkis will be freed.
Then leave it to me. I'll do anything to save my home and this world.
You say that, but you're a liar.
Suddenly, Durple burst into the room.
You're conspiring with the enemy.
No, it's not what you think.
I don't have to listen to you. by killing every Sprunki who gets in my way.
Durple lunged forward, ready to make us both pay. On days 4 through 5, Gray and I were being chased through the underground facility by Durple. I tried to use my Sprunki Eater attacks to stop him, but his thick scales allowed him to endure everything I threw at him.
Come with me. I have an idea.
I followed Gray back into the room I had originally landed in. Soon, we were cornered by the massive Durple serpent.
There's nowhere for you two to run. Give up.
I'll never give in to a rotten Sprunki like you.
Why, you little...
Enraged, Durple charged full speed towards Gray. Luckily, he jumped out of the way in the last moment, causing Durple to crash into the vat of toxic waste.
I'll hold him off, go find the main power switch, and shut this place down.
I'm on it! I took my chance to escape the room and enter another part of the facility. I was in the factory's main power room, where a massive switch stood just ahead of me. There it is! I just need to flip that switch. Before I had the chance to move in closer, flames came from above and began shooting towards me. I looked up and realized Pinky was trying to stop me in a mech suit.
All intruders will be eliminated.
On days 6 through 7, I was under attack by Pinky and her powerful mech. I managed to find a place to duck into cover, but as long as she was in that mech, there was no way to reach the switch. I need to power off that weapon if I want to get out of here. Just then, I spotted vats of water coming down from one of the upper levels, giving me an idea. I made a run for one of the pillars and swam upwards, making it up to the second platform.
You like the water? Well, you won't like it when it's filled with electricity.
She tried to hit the water with her mech's electric attack, but I managed to break the vat, using the water that flowed above her and the electricity to overcharge the mech, destroying it before she could deal massive damage. Wait, we're on the same team. I'll help you stand up to Black.
That's impossible. He's too powerful.
You have to trust me. I won't let him hurt you or your friends anymore.
Can you really free us?
Ha! This foolish Sprunki Eater speaks only nonsense!
Suddenly, a portal opened up as Black arrived onto the scene.
You think you can come into my factory and steal my workers? I'll just have to remind you who the boss around here really is.
Black shot his toxic waste laser at Pinky. The acid caused her body to mutate, turning her into a terrifying monster.
Have fun with my little pawn.
Black vanished back into his portal as the mutated Pinky monster attacked. On days 8 through 9, I was locked in combat with radiated Pinky. She came after me with her poison attacks, trying to take me down. She would spray me with acid and use her beam of poison to whittle down my health. I could fight back too with my ice beam, but I didn't want to hurt her too much. Snap out of it! I know you're in there! She swung at me with another acid attack. I knew at that moment that her mind was lost. Fine, then I'll have to fight fire with fire. I ran up to the second level to try and get a height advantage. For my home! I started to fire a volley of ice attacks at Pinky, stunning her. She then started to shrink back down to her original form, leaving an orb of radiation in front of her.
You saved me? Maybe I really can trust you.
Suddenly, the orb on the ground began to grow unstable. If it wasn't disposed of soon, it was going to pollute everything around it.
Oh no! What do I do with this radiation?
Don't worry, I'll handle this. I grabbed the orb, causing my body to change. I grew bigger in size, and my legs became even longer and more powerful. I was now an adult Sprunki Eater with 5 more hearts and new powers.
Whoa, you absorbed its power! You could be the one who cleanses the world!
So what do you say? We're a team then?
For sure!
Great, then let's shut this place down. On days 10 through 12, Pinky and I approached the main power switch to shut off the underground factory. All right, here goes nothing. I shot my laser at the switch, flipping it, but suddenly an emergency protocol began to blare through the facility.
Warning, self-destruct sequence initiated.
Self-destruct? I thought this was the power source.
Black must have set it up as a trap! Run!
Pinky and I rushed through the facility, out of the exit. Luckily, we managed to make it outside, just as the bunker doors exploded into flames. I hope Gray and Durple are okay.
I am, at least.
I turned to find Gray already outside waiting for us. Gray!
Durple escaped too, but I don't know where he went. At least we got 1 mega polluter down, but you still have 5 more to go.
Don't worry, I know where Black is hiding the next one.
Pinky handed me a map titled Smog Factory. I now knew where the next mega polluter was waiting.
Look for Orin. He'll help you take down this place from the inside too.
Thank you for all your help. Time to clean this world up. I parted ways with the other Sprunkis, following the map towards my next objective. On days 13 through 15, I arrived at the location on the map to find pillars pumping loads of smoke into the air. The pollution had gotten so bad, the sky was green and there was a haze over the landscape. This has to be the place. Even the sky is green. I just need to find Orin and shut it down. I took a few steps forward when suddenly the ground collapsed under my feet. I had fallen into a trap. What the?
Stop right there, intruder!
Wenda and Clucker came forward, ready to apprehend me in the name of Black. Not you guys as well. I can help you stop Black. You just have to let me.
We would never trust a monster like you. Standing up to Black is a death sentence.
Let's get this guy.
The two of them prepared to attack me, but thanks to my new form, I was able to leap out of the hole, escaping before they could deal big damage. I unleashed my new powers, overwhelming them with my massive strength. Surrender! I don't want to hurt you!
Never! It's time for emergency protocol. Clucker!
You've got it, boss.
Wenda and Clucker came close together and started splashing some kind of acid around each other. The two of them fused together, forming a terrifying monster amalgamation. The battle was only just about to begin. I braced myself as Klenda ready to attack. On days 16 through 18, I was fighting against the Wenda Clucker fusion. They used their poisonous laser attacks on me, overpowering me with the crushing might of their new form. I tried my best to fight back with my own abilities, but they were too strong for me to handle. I can't keep this up. I need to hide. I managed to hit them with an ice attack, buying me enough time to retreat into the smog clouds that filled the area. I was going to have to lay low.
Come out, wherever you are!
I used the smog to stealth around as Klenda looked for me. They couldn't see me, but I couldn't see them either. One misstep would mean I was done for. Suddenly, they walked by me through the thick air, but I was able to stay hidden. There has to be a place I can hide from them around here somewhere. As I looked for a way out, I spotted something in the smog, but when I checked it again, it had vanished. Did you see that? Rewatch the video at 0.25 speed and try to find the secret. Just then, I noticed the perfect hiding spot between some trees. I made my way towards it and took cover, but something emerged from the smog behind me. Found you! Ah! On days 19 through 22, the creature emerged from the trees, but was revealed to be Orin, the Sprunki I had been looking for. You must be the Sprunki that Pinky wanted us to find. That's right, come with me. That thing is still looking for us. I followed Orin through the smog-filled area and into some better cover. Okay, we should be able to hide here for now. This must be one of Black's mega polluters. How do we shut this thing down? You can only do that by destroying the power core, but it's heavily secured from sea creatures like you. I bet that monster is guarding it. I still have to try. Well, okay, I'll take you there, but you're on your own after that. I followed Orin's lead up a nearby hill, and we stopped in front of a huge lava vat. On the other side of the treacherous pit was the core that I needed to eliminate. You just have to get across and destroy that thing. Then we're in the clear. Just then, we noticed Klenda coming up towards us in the distance.
I'll get you, Sprunki Eater.
If we didn't move quickly, things were going to get bad. I'll distract them. You get to the core. I'm on it. Orin left the area to deal with Klenda, while I began platforming over the lava towards the core. On days 23 through 26, I was jumping over the lava pit, trying to reach the core on the other side. Time was of the essence, and I knew Orin wouldn't distract the Wenda Clucker fusion forever. I had to make this quick. As I jumped from platform to platform, my weight began to make the ground beneath me crumble. I'm too big to be here. I need to move fast. I jumped faster as the platforms gave into my weight, but soon I was met with a chasm too wide to make with a simple jump. I've only got one shot at this. Here goes nothing. Using my long Sprunki Eater legs, I performed a mega jump, narrowly passing over the massive gap above the lava and landing on the other side next to the core. Finally, I'm here.
Not so fast!
Just as I thought victory was in my hands, Klenda dropped down in my path.
Where do you think you're going?
You again! How did you get past Orin?
That little Sprunki could never stop us. Your journey ends here.
Without warning, the mutated monster attacked me once again. I tried to fight them off, but I still wasn't powerful enough to beat them. I had gotten so close, but I was about to fail. They cornered me at the edge of the platform with nowhere to run.
You die here, you pest.
On days 27 through 30, just as I thought I was done for, I had an idea for a last-ditch effort. Taste my Sprunki Eater laser! When they least expected it, I unleashed my laser attack, sending Klenda flying backwards into the core. The core exploded on impact, causing Wenda and Clucker to separate back to their original forms. The smog stopped coming from the pipes, clearing the sky. I had successfully destroyed the second mega polluter.
Okay, I'm done with lava now. 1 second.
Clucker pulled a nearby lever, and to my surprise, a bridge appeared over the lava, allowing us to leave the pit and talk on the other side. All right, 2 down, 4 more to go.
Impossible. You're much stronger than I thought.
He might even be strong enough to stop Black.
That's what I was trying to tell you two before, but you didn't believe me.
We're sorry for all the trouble we caused. We were just scared that Black would kill us.
It's okay. If you're willing to turn a new leaf, then let's team up.
We would like that.
For sure. Also, I think you could use this. I got it when Wenda and I separated.
Clucker handed me another radioactive orb, causing my form to once again change. I grew larger in size, gained 5 hearts, and even more amazing abilities. Thank you both. We're one step closer to healing this world. Suddenly, a laser attack was fired at me and my new allies. I turned to find that Durple had finally managed to hunt us down.
Please. This world will remain forever filthy, as long as pests like you are roaming around in it.
We braced ourselves as the enraged serpent came for us. On days 31 through 34, we were under attack by Durple. I fought back with my new Sprunki Eater bomb attack, catching him off guard. The serpent was sent backwards and was stunned for a moment. You two run while you still can, and meet up with the others.
We're on it.
Wenda and Clucker escaped the area, leaving Durple and I alone to continue to battle.
Why are you so determined to protect them? The other Sprunkis are just as guilty as Black.
No, they're victims like us. We just have to make them see we can help.
I want to believe you, I do. But I can't forgive them after everything that happened.
Durple went in for an attack, but before he was able to strike me down, a black portal appeared before us. Suddenly, Black stepped forward through the portal, revealing himself to us.
You should have both escaped while you had the chance.
You again! Leave us alone!
Oh, I can't do that. I have big plans for the two of you.
Using his powers of darkness, Black tore open another portal behind Durple and I, sucking us into a new unknown area. On days 35 through 38, Durple and I were dropped into a conveyor belt in the center of a landfill. There, the two of us were headed straight towards an incinerator. Durple, wake up!
Oh, my head. I can't move.
Oh no, I gotta figure out a way to get out of this thing, or else you're toast! We were inching closer and closer towards the flames, so I thought fast and jumped down towards the bottom of the conveyor belt. Hang on, I've got you! Using my powers, I unleashed my laser roar onto the supports, crumbling the conveyor belt and saving my friend from their doom.
Why did you save me? I'm your enemy now.
You'll always be my brother, even when we disagree. I couldn't just let them kill you.
You know I still won't help you, right? As long as you're helping those other Sprunkis, I'm going to hunt you down.
Sorry, but I can't abandon them. Now hurry, let's get out of here before someone catches us escaping this trap. Suddenly, as we were getting ready to leave, Black appeared behind us to finish the job.
You two fools should have died peacefully. Looks like I'm gonna have to clean up this mess.
He began attacking me with his powers, showing just how strong he really was. Using his tentacle laser ability, he did heavy damage and pushed me backwards towards the fire pit. A little help here, Durple?
Sorry, you're on your own. As long as you're with those Sprunkis, you're my enemy too.
Durple took his chance to slither away, while Black continued his assault towards me. I tried to fend him off, but he was too strong. I was soon knocked back over the edge of the incinerator and down towards the flames below.
Goodbye, Sprunki Eater.
On days 39 through 42, just as I thought I was done for, a platform of vines appeared under me, breaking my fall. What the?
Climb, quick! My vines won't hold for long in there.
Veneria had come to save me from death. I climbed up over the vegetation as quickly as I could before they burnt away from the heat. When I made it over the mountain, we regrouped before Black noticed anything. Hey Veneria, you saved me.
Of course I did. All of the Sprunkis are talking about the great Sprunki Eater who's going to save us from Black.
If only Durple believed in you too. We could all be a team.
I'm sure we can make him come around. But in the meantime, we need to continue taking care of the mega polluters. Come with me.
I followed Veneria back into the danger zone, where we could now explore the massive junkyard. Is this whole place a mega polluter?
That's right. We need to burn it down.
We need to be careful though. Black was looming around here, and we're definitely not strong enough to face him again. Suddenly, Funbot and Mr. Fun Computer emerged from the junkyard to stop us.
Stop right there. You might think you can stop Black, but he's too strong. I don't believe in those fairy tales.
We have to try.
No way. You'll get yourself killed. But I'm not about to do the same. Mr. Fun Computer, give me your power.
To our horror, Mr. Fun Computer took out a toxic potion and tossed it onto themselves. Suddenly, the two of them fused together into a new amalgamation. They're not going to make this easy. Prepare yourself. I braced myself as the robot charged forward to attack. On days 43 through 46, I was fighting against the ultimate Funbot. He was armed with an arsenal of weapons that overpowered me greatly. I was just a sea monster up against a mechanical beast of mass destruction. I tried to fight back with my Sprunki Eater powers, but they weren't strong enough to break through his metallic armor.
Give up. If you can't stop me, you'll never stop Black.
Ugh, he's right. I can't win this.
Maybe not alone, but with friends we can.
Suddenly, she shot out vine projectiles that soon sprouted roots onto the monster's feet. He was trapped in place.
What the? I can't move.
Go for his head! It's his weak point!
Thanks to Veneria's help, I was able to get in close, hitting their weak point with a powerful laser attack. Funbot and Mr. Fun Computer separated back into two, with a radiation orb appearing by their side.
But this is impossible. This was our ultimate form.
You'd be surprised how strong the Sprunki Eater truly is. I claimed the orb for myself, causing a surge of energy to course through my body. I grew even larger in size, gained 5 more hearts, and new fire breath powers. Stand back! This place is going down! I unleashed my brand new fire attack onto the junkyard around me, causing flames to spread like wildfire. I had successfully destroyed the next mega polluter.
This is horrible. When Black comes back, he's going to kill us both.
Maybe that's what you deserve.
We were just doing what Black told us to do! We don't want to die!
Sorry, Veneria, but if they say they want to turn a new leaf, I believe them. Let's get out of here before your old boss shows up.
Thank you for your mercy. We will not let you down.
On days 47 through 50, I regrouped with the other Sprunkis that had come over to my side. Seeing everyone together like this made me realize how many I've helped. I even saw an old face I thought was gone. Orin, you're okay! Of course I am. It would take more than that to take me down.
You've taken care of half the mega polluters. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Black might actually be in danger.
As long as we work together, he won't be able to stop us.
But what about Durple? Isn't he still hunting us down?
Suddenly, the ground shook under our feet as Durple drilled through a nearby mountain, searching for us. Luckily, the other Sprunkis and I weren't spotted. Don't move. I don't think he knows we're here. Durple slithered through the area, hunting us down. We held our breath, hoping he'd leave. But soon, Clucker made a grave mistake, accidentally sneezing.
Oops.
Durple heard the noise and rushed over to our location, quickly looming over me and my allies.
I knew you would be here.
Why can't you just leave us alone? We're not the real enemy here. Black is.
You betrayed me for the Sprunkis that turned us into these monsters. What about Mom and Dad? What would they think?
They would give them a second chance. Please, Durple.
Only because we were so close. I'll let you go this time. But if I see you again, I won't have any mercy.
Durple left the area, but the mood felt heavy after his threats.
What will it take for him to come around?
I don't know, But we need to stop Black before things get worse. Next time, I think Durple isn't going to let us go so easily.
Then you better head to the next mega polluter. It's not too far from here.
Sounds like a plan. You guys stay safe. I'll be back. I then left my Sprunki friends in search of the next mega polluter, unsure of what challenges Black had left in store for me. On days 51 through 54, I followed Gray's directions and arrived at the next polluter. There, I found a massive drill digging into the ground for resources. This must be it. I have to find a way to shut that thing down. I began to approach the drill, but before I could get too close, Tunner walked out from around a corner and spotted me.
Ah! The Sprunki Eater is here! I have to kick this thing into overdrive!
The little Sprunki then ran over to the control area to try and power up the drill. Don't you dare flip that switch!
I have to! Black will kill me if I don't do what he says!
We already have most of the Sprunkis back together. Just join me and we'll sort this out.
Oh, okay.
It seemed like Tunner was about to join my side until he suddenly changed his mind.
Wait, you're probably just lying. You're a Sprunki Eater, so you probably want to eat me.
No, that's not true.
Sorry, man. I'm not taking any chances.
Tunner refused my offer and flipped the control switches, powering up the drill. It began spinning much faster, sending it haywire.
Oh no, it's gone mad!
The drill was now lowered to the ground and it hit something under our feet, causing a massive explosion that blasted me backwards. By the time the dust settled, the entire area was filled with toxic waste. Well, this just got a lot more complicated. The drill continued to dig, getting more and more violent as it did. If it continued much longer, the damage would be irreparable.
I'm out of here! Ah!
Tunner ran from the area, but the damage had already been done. I can't let that thing run wild. I need to shut down that drill before the entire world is destroyed. On days 55 through 58, I was forced to platform over the toxic waste in an attempt to stop the drill. Thanks to my Sprunki Eater legs, I was able to jump over large gaps, but I still needed to hurry if I wanted to stop the drill in time. Legs don't fail me now. Just then, I spotted a starfish fall into the toxic waste, melting away. Did you see that? Rewatch the video at 0.25 speed and try to spot the secret. I kept moving forward until finally I managed to reach the drill's power source. I flipped the switches, hoping it would turn off the machine, but it did nothing. The drill was still spinning and I was running out of time. Now what? I looked around and spotted the supports holding up the drill, giving me an idea. I need to destroy those supports and drown this drill in the sewage. It's the only way. I then acted faster and blasted the first support with my Sprunki laser. I then moved quickly and began jumping towards the other drill legs and blasted them down one by one. The supports fell until only the last one remained. I hope this works. Here goes nothing. I unleashed my powers onto the final cable, holding up the drill to stop spinning. And the whole thing collapsed to pieces and fell into the toxic waste below. Suddenly, the ground began to shake again. Something was wrong. What the? This isn't right. What's happening? Before I had time to think, a terrifying drill dragon broke out of the waste. I had accidentally created a new mutated drill beast. The monster took to the skies and began to unleash its deadly toxic dragon breath onto me. I fired back with the attacks of my own, but due to its ability to fly, he was a tough target to hit. I was getting overwhelmed. I need to retreat and find a way to beat this thing. It's the only way. I turned and ran for my life as the drill dragon followed behind me in hot pursuit. On days 59 through 62, I was being followed by the drill dragon as I escaped the toxic wasteland and back towards the clear skies. Since the dragon was able to fly, it was challenging avoiding his gaze. I was forced to continue running through the overworld, but I couldn't manage to lose him. Come on, get off my tail! Unfortunately, as I ran, I found myself at a dead end with nowhere to escape. So this is it, huh? I'm toast!
Not so fast!
Just then, Tunner arrived, using his music powers to knock the dragon out of the sky. I couldn't believe my eyes. How did he get here? Tunner!
No time to talk! Just kill that thing!
While it was down, I took my chance and launched my Sprunki bomb attack onto the dragon. I managed to defeat it, causing it to drop another radiant orb, which I claimed for myself. I grew stronger, gained 5 more hearts, and a new power. Sweet! That really worked! What made you come around?
I saw that monster attack you, and I just knew I couldn't let it kill a fellow Sprunky like me. I'm sorry for what I did. I want to help you stop Black.
Apology accepted. Just then, Jevin ran into the area in a panic. He seemed ready for a fight.
The Sprunki Eater is here. Call for backup.
Jevin, wait! He's on our side!
Oh, okay. Well, that sucks.
Unfortunately, Black emerged from another portal, ready to dispose of me. I could feel his hatred growing with every step.
Good work, Jevin. I'll take things from here.
On days 63 through 66, I was face to face with the Sprunky that had started all of this. I refused to back down though. He needed to be taken care of. Leave these Sprunkies alone, you monster!
Please, they're just doing their jobs. You're the one who's putting a halt in my production. And as a businessman, I hate delays.
Black tried to attack his employees with laser powers, but I took the hit, protecting Jevin and Tunner. You two, run! Jevin and Tunner escaped while they still could, leaving myself and Black alone to settle this ourselves. With them out of the way, I could fight without any obstacles. I charged forward, unleashing my Sprunki Eater attacks onto him, but as we traded blows, it became clear that he was the toughest foe I had ever faced so far. He was even more powerful than Durple. I gave it my all, as I continued to face off with the most powerful being in Sprunki, and it seemed it was over for me.
You think 4 radiation orbs is enough to stop me? Don't make me laugh.
He hit me with a powerful laser attack that caused my vision to blur. I watched hopelessly as the world faded, hearing only Black's sinister laughter. When I came to, I had woken up inside of a cage in the middle of an island of trash. What is this place?
It's where I plan to dispose of you. You've caused me enough trouble.
Why are you doing all of this? Can't you see all of the innocent lives your business is hurting?
Ha! The only thing I see is profit! And soon, my most profitable project will be completed.
Black began to circle around my cage as he spoke, each word more infuriating than the last. He stopped directly in front of me and got closer, taunting me since I couldn't do anything about it.
As we speak, my ultimate device is being built. When it's done, it will rip all of the resources out of this world and give them to me for my use.
But you can't do that. The amount of pollution a device like that would make would destroy the world.
Well, good thing you won't have to live to see it. So long, Sprunki Eater.
Using his powers, he set the island on fire before escaping through one of his portals. I needed to find a way out of here. Otherwise, I was going to burn to death. On days 67 through 70, I tried to escape the cage, but not even my Sprunki Eater powers were enough to break the bars. This thing was built to hold a creature like me. I'm stuck here. Just as I thought I was done for, a water attack splashed down, extinguishing the incoming flames.
I'm not too late, am I?
Jevin, what are you doing here?
I came to save you. Tunner told me everything, and I'm sorry I called for Black when I did. I was just scared.
You and many others. Don't worry. We're going to stop him before he gets away with his plans. Jevin helped break me out of my prison, but as he did, the ground began to tremble under our feet.
This isn't right. Black must have sent one of his minions.
Suddenly, a terrifying kraken emerged from the waters, ready to tear us to shreds. Stand back. I've got this one. I charged into battle with the monster, preparing to defend Jevin at all costs. On days 71 through 74, I was locked into combat with the Kraken Black. He used his Kraken laser breath attacks on me, while I tried to fight back with laser breath attacks of my own. Our beams clashed as neither of us were going to let up. Unfortunately, my previous battle with Black had left me weak, and the Kraken was too powerful. He caught me lacking and managed to get a direct hit on me, sending me backwards. Ugh, I'm in no condition to win this fight. I need more power to defeat that thing. Just as the beast went in for the kill, Jevin hit him with his Sprunky song attacks, buying us both some time.
Find the next mega polluter. You don't have time to deal with this guy.
But what about you?
I'll be fine, just hurry.
I swam away from the battle and tried to escape into the ocean as Jevin grabbed the Kraken's attention. As I swam though, I soon realized the surrounding water was littered with toxic waste barrels. This isn't going to be easy trying to get out of here, but I can't let Jevin down. I continued forward through the barrels of toxic waste in hopes I'd make it out alive. Jevin sacrificed himself for me, so I had to push forward and get to the next upgrade orb. I need to be careful around these things. If even one of them bursts open, I'll die in seconds. After a bit more swimming, I managed to escape the toxic barrel traps, but I saw something in the distance that looked like the same boat that had corrupted my home at the very beginning of my journey. Wait, could that be another one of the mega polluters? I know where I'm striking next. On days 75 through 78, I began to approach the boat that started all of this. However, I didn't get far before I was stopped by bombs floating throughout the water. I guess Black wanted to reinforce things since he knew I was tearing mega polluters down. I'm just gonna have to swim around this. I carefully began to navigate the waters when suddenly one of the Sprunkis aboard the ship spotted me.
Sprunki Eater incoming! Firing the cannons!
Ratty used the boat cannons to attack me from afar, making it even more challenging to get in close. Come on! I don't have time for this! I tried to fight back, but Sky flipped a switch and conjured a shield, protecting the ship from my powers.
Try to get through that, ha!
With the shield now in place, I now needed to think outside of the box if I wanted to take the ship down. I think I have an idea. I swam up one of the bombs nearest to the boat and readied myself to blow it up. All right, let's hope this takes care of that shield.
Uh-oh, he's going to set off the explosives! Hide!
Ratty and Sky ran to hide inside of their boat, and I began firing at the bomb. Once I did, I ran for cover as the explosion went off and was strong enough to deactivate their shield.
The shields are down! Abandon ship!
The duo jumped ship and swam towards the nearest island for safety. I needed to move as well, since the other bombs were ready to explode from a chain reaction. Time to move! All the surrounding bombs began to explode and managed to destroy their entire boat in the process. When the rubble cleared, I swooped in and snagged the next radiated orb, increasing my overall strength tremendously.
Come on, dude! Get on this island! The Sprunki Eater is coming!
I'm trying, but I can't swim!
What? Why are you working out in the ocean then?
Black forced me to do this job, just like everyone else. I had no choice.
Sky began sinking into the water, but I was able to swim up and save him before it was too late. I threw him onto the island with Ratty as we all settled after the battle.
What? You saved me, but we destroyed your home. Why are you helping us?
Because us Sprunkis are stronger together. Want to help me take down Black?
Yes, let's make this right. We're sorry for everything.
Well. Look who decided to come crawling back.
Before we had a moment to think, Durple arrived on the island, ready to stop us. On days 79 through 82, I was once again face to face with Durple the Serpent. Sky, Ratty, get out of here while you still can.
Roger that.
Ratty and Sky then left the area in hopes to escape from Durple.
You're still messing with these traitors?
You say they're traitors, but every single one of them has turned over a new leaf. It's not too late to join us, Durple. Help us stop Black.
You still haven't given up on me, after all this time.
No, you're my best friend.
Maybe you have a point. Maybe I have been wrong.
Suddenly, a green song attack flew in out of nowhere, hitting Durple head on. We turned towards the source of the chaos to find Lime standing there.
Oh my gosh, I actually hit him. Sorry, Black is making me do this.
I can't believe I almost trusted you.
Durple, wait! Lime ran away as Durple went after him in hot pursuit. I wanted to stop him, but I had to make sure Sky and Ratty were okay first. I returned back to my new Sprunki friends to find them in one piece.
How did it go?
I was so close to bringing Durple to our side. I just need to take down the final mega polluter, and then I'm sure he'll see the light.
Well, good thing I have this.
To my surprise, Ratty handed me a letter.
Read it.
The Sprunki Eater has almost located all the mega polluters. We need to hide the final one, somewhere where he least expects it, right under his nose. What does this mean?
I think it means the final polluter is back at one of the previous locations. You could start there.
That's not a bad idea. Time to start looking, and fast. I began to retrace my steps in hopes of discovering the meaning behind my newest clue. On days 83 through 86, I arrived back at the smog factory. The place was still shut down after I had destroyed its core earlier, but maybe there was something I didn't see the first time I had been here. Right under my nose, huh? Now that all the smoke is gone, let's see if I missed something. I explored the area further until I noticed something sitting behind the main factory building. I took a closer look and realized there were 6 music boxes lined up in a row. However, none of them had records to play. Could this be related to the final mega polluter? I guess I need to get the lost discs. I explored the area in search of the lost discs. To my surprise, they were in tons of different locations. Some were hidden in chests, others around the old factory, and some were even up in a tree. Luckily, I managed to locate 6 different colored discs. Let's pop these suckers in and get jamming. I put the discs in rainbow order, but it sounded awful. Looks like it's not as simple as I thought. I better place these correctly. I took a closer look at the music boxes, digging underneath to reveal colored blocks corresponding to each music box. I decided to match the discs to each corresponding color block instead, and they played a beautiful song. A loud noise cut through the song, and suddenly, a path opened up in the ground near the smog factory. Looks like I cracked your core, Black. I'm coming for your final mega polluter. I pressed onwards into the mysterious tunnel, determined to finish what I had started. On days 87 through 90, I arrived at the other side of the clearing to find the final mega polluter that Black had hidden in secret. Finally, I can tear this thing down, and I'll have the power I need to stop Black.
Not so fast!
Just then, Lime came out to stop me. You again? It was your fault that Durple didn't join our side.
You don't understand. I had to attack. Black is always watching.
You need to stand up to him. It's the only way we can truly be free from his evil.
You don't get it. We will never win.
How do you know that if you don't try?
Don't listen to that monster. Nobody stands up to Black and lives to tell the tale.
Garnold stepped out too, trying to convince Lime to stay on his side.
Garnold, you're here too?
Of course. We need to defend this device at all costs. We have to use the emergency protocol.
Guys, there's no need for this. We can work together.
The emergency protocol, but it's too risky.
They're not even listening to me.
We have to try. We must protect the mega polluter.
Garnold ran towards Lime. Suddenly, the two of them fused together, creating a new terrifying form. All right, if you want to do this the hard way, then bring it on. I ran into battle, ready to separate the two of them like I did the other mutants before. On days 91 through 93, I was fighting against the Lime Garnold fusion. They came after me with their powerful full-body punches and body slams. But luckily, I had a few tricks up my sleeve to defend myself. I shot out flames to push them back and ice beams to keep them on their toes. He retaliated with deadly blood needles from afar. Come on, the Garnold and Lime I know are somewhere in there. Suddenly, they landed a powerful blow, dealing massive damage. If I was going to snap them out of it, I was going to have to think fast. I looked towards the mega polluter and got an idea. Time to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and landed on the other side of the creature. Thinking fast, I then used my laser blast attack, launching the mutant backwards into the polluter, causing a huge explosion. The mega polluter never stood a chance, crumbling to dust. Once the smoke settled around us, Lime and Garnold were once again separated, and they dropped a radiation orb. I quickly grabbed the orb, growing bigger and more powerful. I also gained 5 hearts.
I can't believe it. You even defeated the emergency protocol.
What do you say? Do you believe in my power now?
I think he makes a good point. We should stick with this guy.
Well, Black would certainly kill us now for our failures anyway. Fine. We'll join you.
But you have to hurry. Black's ultimate project is almost complete.
Then you two come with me. There's some Sprunkis I'd like you to meet. On days 94 through 96, I returned to where I left my allies, only to find Gray waiting there for me.
Hey, Sprunki Eater, everyone's gathered up, awaiting your orders.
Excellent. Durple didn't think I could do it, but it looks like everyone wants to make things right.
But what are we going to do? Black's ultimate device must be nearing completion. Good thing I have a map that will lead us straight to it.
Lime sprawled out a map for us to see. This is the perfect lead. Now we just need to find a way to destroy it once and for all.
Looks like it's reinforced with a shield. The only way to infiltrate a place like this is with someone who has powers that are as strong as yours. But the only Sprunki with that much strength is Durple.
He almost came around last time I saw him. I think I can finally push him over to our side.
Are you sure that's wise? Can we really trust him?
We have no choice. You said it yourself. It's our only option.
No, it's too dangerous. We've come so far, and you want to seek out the Sprunki that's been hunting you down since the beginning.
He's still my best friend and my brother. Trust me. You guys stay here and continue preparing. I'm going to find Durple.
I understand. Okay, Bronzo, but remember, if Durple tries anything, just know that I told you so.
Right, well, thanks for the warning. Ray wished me luck as I set out to find Durple. I went where Durple used to go to think, the shoreline near our old home. Sure enough, I found my old friend standing there alone. Durple, I knew I would find you here.
You have some nerve to seek me out? What do you want?
I need your help. I can't stop Black without you.
I won't forgive that easily. You need to prove yourself.
How?
Fight me, one last time. The Sprunkis are as strong and good-hearted as you think. You should be able to win.
You're on.
I'm not holding back this time.
The two of us charged into battle, ready to settle the score once and for all. On days 97 through 98, I was fighting against Durple in my last chance to prove myself. He used his beam attacks on me, showing just why he had been such a powerful foe over the course of my journey. When I tried to retaliate against him, he unleashed a song of force, pushing me back. Luckily, I was stronger too. I used my abilities to catch him off guard. I breathed fire and spat ice, keeping him on his toes before unleashing a beam of my own, dealing big damage.
I'm impressed. You really have gotten tougher. But are you prepared for this?
He unleashed his laser blast attack to try and catch me by surprise, but I managed to dodge his hits with my jump ability. I fought back with my own supercharged laser attack, and in the end, I came out on top. Looks like I won fair and square.
This is impossible. How did you manage to get so strong?
I believe in second chances rather than holding grudges, but the same goes for you. I want to give you a second chance too.
After all the pain I've caused, you'll still forgive me?
You were scared just like the other Sprunkis. So what do you say, brother? Are you ready to stop the true evil?
I'm sorry for everything. Yes, let's stop Black at all costs.
Durple and I returned with the others, who were surprised to see that I managed to make him come around.
He's not here to kill us, right?
No. Sprunki Eater showed me the error of my ways. I came to apologize to you all. You all deserve a second chance.
And we're sorry to you too. We should have never worked with Black, but we're going to make it right.
The other Sprunkis filled Durple in on our plan, telling him that we needed his help to breach the shield surrounding Black's device.
Well, it sounds like it's up to us.
Are you ready for your toughest challenge yet?
Always. Let's take on Black once and for all.
On day 99, Durple and I arrived at the location on Lime's map to find Black's ultimate device waiting before us. Just as we had expected, it was protected by a powerful shield.
All right, stand back. This is a job for me.
Durple used his beam attack, causing the shield to shatter. We had successfully breached through Black's defenses. I noticed something out of the corner of my eye, but when I looked again, it was gone. Did you find all of the secrets? Make sure you rewatch the episode and comment below where they are. We approached closer to the massive machine.
Now we just need to take down the ultimate device.
Not while I'm here, you will.
Suddenly, our greatest foe revealed himself at the very top of the device.
Looks like you brought everyone over to your side, but it's too late. My ultimate device is completed. All of the world's resources will belong to me.
It's not over until it's over.
Easy for you to say, but I wiped out your parents. I can do the same to you.
Don't you dare talk about Mom and Dad.
What does it matter? They're gone, and you two are disgusting monsters now.
You're wrong. We can use our powers to save this world, and we'll do that starting with you.
Very well. Come and face me if you dare.
Black jumped down from his tower and charged forward. Durple and I met him head on, ready to make the monster pay for his crimes. On day 100, Durple and I were fighting in the final battle against Black. He unleashed his powerful abyssal breath attacks, proving just why he was so feared across Sprunki. He was by far the strongest foe I had faced thus far. Durple and I charged in, both unleashing beam attacks, but he shot back with the 4 of his, dwarfing our power. Durple used his spin attack, but it glanced off Black. I fought back with everything I had, but even my Sprunki Eater powers weren't enough to take him down easily.
You'll never defeat me! Take this!
Suddenly, Black sent out a surprise beam array. I watched as Durple was hit full force by all 4 beams. Durple!
I can't fight anymore. Please, win this.
But Mom and Dad...
I had Durple retreat to the sidelines as I continued fighting off Black. My friend was too weak to continue, so I was going to have to finish this fight alone. We continued fighting back and forth. He unleashed his abyssal breath, and I unleashed my fire. He set off explosions around me. I even shot my powerful beam attack, but I couldn't seem to get an edge on Black.
It's no use. Give up!
Never! Not as long as I have my friends by my side. Durple, help me out one last time!
On it!
Using the power of his Sprunki voice, Durple sang out his musical ability. His song gave me a boost, causing my form to grow bigger than I ever had before.
No! This can't be! This is impossible!
Never underestimate the power of the Sprunki Eater! With my newfound strength, I unleashed a final ultimate blow on Black. He recoiled in pain.
No! I won't let you get away with this!
With the last of his strength, Black tore open a fiery portal, so hot it set the ground ablaze. What's happening to me?
Your struggles have only just begun! I'm taking you with me!
Black gave into his wounds, but it was too late. I was sucked through his fire portal, unsure of what would become of me and where I would end up. On day 1, I was inside of a huge lab with all the other Sprunkis surrounding me.
Finally, I've completed my ultimate project, the first elemental Sprunki.
Suddenly, the lights began to flicker as Black appeared.
Hand over the elemental powers. They belong to me.
No, I'm tired of you bullying us. Sprunkis, let's sing!
Before she could get a note out, Black lashed out at her, imbuing her with corrupted powers. She mutated, growing jagged teeth, long tentacle-like arms, and became 10 times stronger.
Good, Pawn. Now fetch me those elemental powers.
Black then snuck back into the ground, leaving us with Wenda's new terrifying form. Wenda turned on us, firing a destructive beam at everything in sight. 2 Sprunkis were killed instantly as the lab began to crumble. As the rest of the Sprunkis scattered, rubble fell right on top of Funbot, destroying him. No! The rest of the Sprunkis managed to escape the room, and I broke out of my cage and ran to Wenda, hoping to get her attention. Wenda, you're better than this!
Oh, the pain.
She rushed at me, continuing her rampage. I was forced to flee. On day 2, I was being chased through the lab by Wenda. I tried to take advantage of my terrain, ducking through small passages where she couldn't fit. But Wenda broke through every wall like a bulldozer. There was no escape. She fired another beam, but I dodged it just in time. I quickly turned the corner and found myself in a room where there was a pit of lava. For a second, I wondered what I was going to do, until I remembered I was an elemental Sprunki. I made a fire. There's a chance the lava won't hurt me. I took a leap of faith and jumped into the lava. The heat felt just right, and I didn't take any damage. Wenda dashed to the end of the pit and fired a beam into the lava, barely missing me. I swam deeper until I found a small shaft that I could hide inside. As I slipped through the vent, I spotted an odd creature swimming in the lava behind me. Rewatch the video at 0.25 speed and let me know what that was with the timestamp. I kept going into the vent and soon emerged from the lava into a different hallway of the lab. The exit! I can see it! I began to run for my freedom when Wenda smashed through the ceiling right behind me. I sprinted faster, going as quickly as my legs could take me. On day 3, I was running towards the exit of the lab with Wenda hot on my heels.
Come on, sweetie! Don't be shy!
As I passed through the doorway, the exit was sealed shut by a massive door. That must have been Mr. Funbot's security measure. Luckily, it was just in time. I needed to find the other Sprunkis. But just when I thought I had a moment to recover, the lab door exploded behind me, revealing Wenda once again. Oh no! Wenda continued to chase after me, and I ran for my life until I heard a voice.
Orin, I'm on my way!
Sky appeared from over the hill and ran towards me. As we collided, we fused, becoming one. I grew larger and more powerful, with both fire and ice at my disposal. Yeah, look at me!
Us, you mean?
Yeah, sorry. Look at us! I immediately put my new body to the test, shooting a beam of flame and ice at Wenda. She was forced back, roaring as she retreated. As Wenda was backing down, I took the opportunity to escape, but was soon thrown off by the sky above. What's going on? Just then, the sky began to darken and became a deep, shadowy red. Something bad is going on. I looked out in the distance and caught a glimpse of Black, laughing to himself. Mr. Sun was then revealed to be corrupted by Black. He was now a malevolent giant star in the sky with a single creepy eye. The ground beneath my feet shook as Mr. Sun began to rain meteors down from the sky. On days 4 to 7, I found myself sprinting through the rolling hills of Sprunki, dodging meteors that rained down from the sky. There were some close calls as meteors exploded around me, some hitting inches from where I stood.
I see y'all. Run, little Sprunki, run.
I barely dodged out of the way as a massive meteor crashed down in front of me.
What are we supposed to do?
Suddenly, I heard a voice calling out to me.
Psst, over here.
I barely heard someone whisper nearby. I turned to where it was coming from, and it was from a spooky cave. Figuring that anything was better than the meteors, I rushed inside. Who's there? Show yourself! Suddenly, a massive, corrupted monster leaped down from the shadows. Who are you?
Black and Wenda send their regards. There's nowhere you can hide from us, Sprunki.
I'm tired of getting pushed around. It's time to fight back. We both charged in, ready to battle. On days 8 to 10, I was locked in combat with the corrupted monster. I used my elemental powers to their full potential, firing blasts of fire from one hand and beams of ice from the other. For a moment, it was neck and neck. The monster hit me with its intense magical barrages as I countered with everything I had. Suddenly, I spotted stalactites on the ceiling and had an idea. I aimed a flame attack at the ceiling, causing sharp rocks to rain down on the monster and stunning him. Now with my chance, I took the opportunity and landed the killing blow, defeating him.
Great job, Orin. We did it.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Hearing the strange voice startled me, but it was just Gray.
Whoa. Hey, I just want to team up with you. I need to save Wenda.
But you don't have any elemental power. Abruptly, the ground began to shake. I was no longer safe inside of the cave. The fight had caused the area too much damage. I sprinted out of the cave with Gray to find it was transformed into a fiery landscape.
Oh no.
Mr. Sun was nowhere to be seen, but the surrounding lava was now littered with fires from the meteors. Suddenly, there was a familiar roar echoing around us. Wenda found us and was heading in our direction. On days 11 to 14, Wenda ran up and confronted us, but Gray stepped forward desperately.
Wenda, this isn't you! Please, be my friend again!
Kill!
She lashed out at him with her tentacles, sending him flying. That's my friend! Leave him alone! I began to attack the monstrous creature, doing my best to protect Gray. I tried the same trick from before and used my fire to push her back slightly. I was just starting to gain some ground when Brud showed up.
I'm here to help.
Brud rushed forward to attack Wenda, but before he could even land an attack, Wenda struck. She absorbed Brud, becoming a size larger and more powerful. No! Armed with a new ability, she fired her new attack at me. It was strong and hit me hard, dropping my health dangerously low. Things have taken a turn for the worse. We need to get out of here. Let's go, Gray! We then fled away from the area, with Wenda close behind. On days 15 to 17, I was navigating through the fields of Sprunki as I tried to escape Wenda. That's when I spotted some familiar trees on the horizon. Maybe that's Vanera's forest. As we got closer, I noticed that Vanera was waiting behind a tree.
Quickly, into the forest. I'll keep her busy. Mr. Tree needs your help.
How are you gonna keep her busy? We looked back to Wenda, charging towards us.
Quickly, move out of the way.
We did as she said, and Vanera hit a lever, opening the floor and sending Wenda plummeting into a pitfall trap. She roared and shot lasers, angrily but unable to escape, at least for a moment. Gray, stay here with Vanera.
Oh, okay.
Quickly, to Mr. Tree.
With no time to waste, I raced into the thicket. Little did I know, Wenda was plotting something after I left.
Gray, I know you can hear me.
Wenda, is it really you?
Don't listen to her, Gray. That's not Wenda anymore.
Gray, please let me out of here. It's so dark and cold in this pit.
Don't worry, I'll take you out of there.
Get it together, man. Only Orin can save her now. We just have to put our trust in him and be patient.
Right. Just have to wait.
You know, Gray, if Orin ends up taking down Black, the Wendy you knew might just disappear forever.
What?
She's lying. She has to be.
Oh no! What do we do?
Meanwhile, I came across a large clearing where I found Mr. Tree. He was corrupting, flickering between his normal and horror form. Strangely, he also looked like he had been struck by lightning.
Save me! Please! Save Simon!
What? Simon is here too? Unfortunately, Mr. Tree had fully corrupted and began to attack me with electrical powers. On days 18 to 21, I was being attacked by Mr. Tree. I dodged his attacks to the best of my ability, but his wide-range lightning powers made it difficult. How does he even have the power of electricity? Something's not right. I shot an icy beam at Mr. Tree, but he was so huge and corrupted that he seemed impervious to my attack. I have to think of another way to fight back. Otherwise, I'm done for! I looked around desperately and noticed a hole near Mr. Tree's roots. I have an idea! I leapt into the hole and found myself in some woody tunnels. Quickly, I began to navigate through them, leaping and sliding through strikes of static shocks as I traveled. Finally, I came to a clearing. It seemed like Mr. Tree's trunk was hollow. At the very center, I spotted Simon in a cage of iron wood. Electricity sparked around him. He seemed to be the source of Mr. Tree's power. Simon, how are you doing that?
I'm not sure, but you gotta help me get out of here. I feel like my life force is being drained away.
I'll get you out of there. Stand back. Without hesitation, I launched a blast of fire at the cage. It burnt away, releasing Simon.
Uh-oh! Bad news!
Bad news?
Well, good news is the fire opened the cage. The bad news is that the trunk we're in is super dry and very...
The rest of the tree exploded into flames.
Flammable! Ah!
On days 22 to 25, I stood by Simon as Mr. Tree burned.
Orin, Sky, thank you for saving me, but we gotta get out of here.
I like your thinking, but the only way we'll make it out of here safely is to fuse. Are you up for saving the world today, Simon?
Sure. My schedule's been free ever since the world ended. Let's do it.
As Simon and I collided, we fused. I grew bigger, gained another head, 5 more hearts, and electric elemental powers. Yes! I've never felt so powerful! Mr. Tree was beginning to crumble from the inside out, bits of rubble and dangerous splinters coming down on my head. I sprinted out of the cave as quickly as I could, knowing that I needed to save him.
Oh, the pain!
Hang on, Mr. Tree! I'll cool you down with my ice! Just as I ran up to unleash my element of cold, a blast of energy exploded by my feet. I then looked up to see it was none other than Black.
I knew I'd find you here. Submit to me, elemental Sprunki. I'll make your death quick.
The only death that's going to be quick around here is yours.
Then I'll just have to make you suffer.
Black began to attack me, using his evil powers to try and bring me down. I retaliated, using each of the elements I had to try and defeat him. You can't defeat me. I have my friends by my side. Literally.
Yeah! Yeah!
I charged up and used all of my elemental abilities at once, tapping into every ounce of energy I had.
I can still fight too. Yeah.
Mr. Tree joined in, striking Black with his own tree powers.
No! No!
I was just about to defeat Black when out of nowhere, Gray tackled me and disrupted my attack. What the?
No, you can't! Killing him might kill Wenda!
What are you talking about?
You fools!
Black quickly recovered and launched a powerful attack at Mr. Tree. Mr. Tree, no! I watched as Black absorbed Mr. Tree's power, causing him to shrink down.
You can do it, elemental Sprunki. I believe in you.
Mr. Tree died from his injuries, and Black instantly absorbed his powers, transforming him into a larger form and becoming 10 times stronger. No!
This is what you get for defying me.
He began to fight me again, but this time there was no hope of beating him. He was too strong. I have to get out of here. On days 26 through 28, I was running from Black. I heard a cry from next to me.
Hey, wait for me!
You've done enough. I left him behind, hoping Black would focus on me instead. Sure enough, I could hear his footsteps getting closer. The sound of his pursuit was like thunder, and I knew I had to think fast. My mind raced for a plan, anything to escape. Just then, a massive blast of energy came hurling towards me. I barely dodged it.
You can't run forever.
I kept pushing forward until I spotted an opening to a mine ahead. My only chance. I sprinted for the entrance, but as I got closer, Black blasted it with his power. When he did this, it caused the mine entrance to collapse, blocking my escape. No, I'm trapped. Black began to approach me, but the ground started to shake. Suddenly, the floor under Black's feet caved in, sending him into a deep hole.
Orin, over here!
I looked up to see Pinky standing at the top of the hill. She had set up a trap, buying me precious time.
Orin, through the passage, quick! I'll distract him! Keep going!
I did as she said, and I sprinted into another mine entrance that I hadn't noticed before. Wait a minute, I swear I saw something running around. I walked back out of the passageway to check what I saw, but it was long gone. Dang, I missed it. Rewatch the video and watch at 0.25 speed and let me know in the comments with the timestamp what the creature was. All of Sprunki was relying on me now, so there was no time to wait. I had to keep moving. The tunnel led me into a nearby forest. I made my way through, but unfortunately, I didn't see the trap laid ahead. Before I could react, the ground beneath me gave way. I plummeted down into the darkness, right into a massive pit. On days 29 through 32, when I came to, I found myself in some kind of underground chamber. Before I could make sure of where I was, I heard someone speaking through the speakers on the walls.
Oh, good, you're awake. Listen, I'm really sorry about this. That trap was not meant for you. It was supposed to catch Venda.
Get me out of here, now!
I can't. There's no way to open it from out here. The only way out is through the traps ahead. Just keep moving and, watch your back. You'll figure it out.
The speaker cut off, leaving me with his so-called reassurance. A faint hissing sound caught my attention, and I turned to see acid starting to seep through the walls and pool on the floor. I can do this. I've already been through so much. This reminds me of my challenges a few days ago. On day 3, I was running towards the exit of the lab, with Wenda hot on my heels.
Come on, sweetie. Don't be shy.
As I passed through the doorway, the exit was sealed shut by a massive door. That must have been Mr. Funbot's security measure. Luckily, it was just in time. I needed to find the other Sprunkis. But just when I thought I had a moment to recover, the lab door exploded behind me, revealing Wenda once again. Oh no! Wenda continued to chase after me, and I ran for my life until I heard a voice.
Orin, I'm on my way!
Sky appeared from over the hill and ran towards me. As we collided, we fused, becoming one. I grew larger and more powerful, with both fire and ice at my disposal. Yeah, look at me!
Us, you mean?
Yeah, sorry. Look at us! I immediately put my new body to the test, shooting a beam of flame and ice at Wenda. She was forced back, roaring as she retreated. As Wenda was backing down, I took the opportunity to escape, but was soon thrown off by the sky above. What's going on? Just then, the sky began to darken and became a deep, shadowy red. Something bad is going on. I looked out in the distance and caught a glimpse of Black, laughing to himself. Mr. Sun was then revealed to be corrupted by Black. He was now a malevolent giant star in the sky with a single creepy eye.
Kill.
The ground beneath my feet shook as Mr. Sun began to rain meteors down from the sky. If I got through that, I could make it through this. I broke open the door in the pit, and I started running down the hallway behind it as fast as I could. A small pit suddenly opened in the floor ahead of me. I barely managed to leap over it. Further down, a web of electricity shocked me, and I was unable to move forward. I had to think quick so I could get through this electric trap. I got it! I summoned a surge of electricity of my own, frying the circuits. The trap fizzled out. I destroyed the next door and made my way into the room. As I entered, I found another path, but it was sealed shut. I tried to use my powers, but this door was made out of a stronger material. There was no way through. What? That worked every other time. This isn't good. I had to act fast. The acid was slowly creeping into the room. All right, think fast. There's got to be a way out of here. On days 33 through 35, I was frantically trying to figure out a way out of the room. And soon enough, I was able to spot a puzzle that was next to the sealed door. A sign hung next to it, reading, "I'm cold, I'm solid, I melt away. You'll find me in drinks on a hot summer day. What am I?" I was baffled by the riddle, but I tried to think of an answer as fast as I could. I knew the answer could be almost anything, but then I remembered that it had to be something that I had at my disposal to open the door. And then it finally hit me. There's only one thing that fits: ice. I immediately unleashed my ice powers, and the door broke away, revealing the next room. Okay, what now? I walked inside, and a new door slammed shut behind me. I turned around to look at my surroundings and realized where I was, in an underground coliseum. Massive stone walls surrounded me. Oh no, this can't be good. I then heard something from the shadows, something big, and before I knew it, a huge monster appeared out of the darkness. All right, big guy, let's see what you got. I braced myself and struck first, summoning the power of the elements. A barrage of fire, ice, and electricity shot towards the monster, slamming into it with devastating force. It screeched in pain, staggering back for a moment, but it didn't stay down for long. The creature roared in fury, lashing out with its own devastating dragon breath attack, sending me across the floor. Ugh, is that all you got? This fight is just getting started. On days 36 to 39, I was facing off against a huge monster. The fight was brutal, and I battled to the best of my ability. But this creature was created to take on Wenda in her corrupted state. Since I had yet to match Wenda's power, I knew this would be a tough fight. Finally, after a long battle, I saw an opening. Hey, your shoe's untied!
I'm not wearing any.
I charged in and struck with my biggest attack yet, hitting the monster head on. As the monster was defeated, Ratty was left where it was standing. Ratty, what the heck are you doing here?
Oh, I'm fine. Thanks for asking. I was in the middle of a breakthrough, actually. When the factory exploded, it turns out all the Sprunkis unlocked their elemental potential. Seems like you're able to use it freely, but the rest of us have to fuse with others to be able to use these powers.
Huh, sounds complicated. I'm surprised you found all that out yourself.
Gee, thanks.
Suddenly, there was a massive rumble that shook the area. What was that?
I don't know. You tell me, smart guy.
Oh yeah, did I forget to mention the self-destruct feature of the trap? Quite ingenious, I know, but since you two are in there and not Wenda, well...
We gotta get out of here!
We'll have a better chance of survival if we fuse.
Alright then, let's do it quickly.
Ratty and I quickly fused, and I gained his blood energy powers, along with 5 more hearts.
10 seconds left! Run, you guys!
I ran through the unstable hallways, dodging debris as it fell left and right around me.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1...
I ran out of the bunker and exited out of the side of a mountain, just in time before the base exploded. Oh my gosh, that was close! Before I had time to catch my breath, a portal opened up right behind me and swallowed me whole. On days 40 through 43, I found myself in a new dark area. I was inside a giant dark forest. The sky was shining a dark blue, and none of the trees had leaves. It looked like they had been burned by a wildfire. Better find my way out of here. As I was looking around the forest, I heard some rustling in the burnt trees. Who's there? Come out! Gray suddenly came out of nowhere nowhere.
I'm so happy you found me. Please, let me help you. I'll do better this time.
I thought about it for a few minutes before I agreed to let him travel with me. Okay, fine. But where are we?
I accidentally stumbled upon this place, but I've heard some strange noises since I've been here. A monster's lurking around in the shadows.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get out of here. We traveled together through the dark forest. Gray nervously followed my lead behind me. As we walked through the trees, I felt some eyes on me, watching my every move. But every time I turned around, there wasn't anything but Gray. Deeper into the forest, we stumbled across a nest with bones scattered around the inside of it. This must be the creature's home. I wonder if there's anything we can use here.
Let's split up and look.
Just before we were able to start looking, we heard a deep growl coming from behind me.
Right behind you! Watch out!
I turned around just in time to see the monster charging towards me at full speed.
You got this, Orin!
On days 44 through 46, I was being attacked by the strange shadow monster. It kept landing hits on me over and over, darting back and forth, while I couldn't get a single blow in. It was too hard to see him in the darkness, and he had a big advantage. So to even the playing ground, I set everything on fire for light. Finally, with the light, I was able to see and land several hits on the shadow monster. Using my fire and electric powers, I was able to push him back into a corner. The shadow monster shrieked, shaking the entire forest, and unleashed an ultimate shadow attack. I stood strong through the attack, withstanding the pain of Sprunki and turning it around and unleashing a powerful attack back to the monster. My last blow was so strong that it instantly killed the shadow monster, finally ending this fight. As he died, I picked up a note that he left behind that read the following: "Attention to all. Somehow I have misplaced my very important hat and cannot locate it. If anyone dares to touch it before I get my hands on it again, I will personally see to it that you die." We gotta get that hat. It might be the key to defeating Black and Wenda once and for all.
Jeez, Orin. I don't know, this sounds kind of bad.
You said you'd help me. This is the answer. This is what we have to do.
Okay.
Suddenly, a portal opened before me, allowing Gray and myself to return to Sprunki.
After you.
We both made it through the portal and went off in search of the hat to return everything back to normal. On days 47 to 50, I came across a huge abandoned warehouse in the middle of a forest. This place looks interesting. I wonder if the hat's here.
Only one way to know for sure.
Gray and I stepped inside of the building. We carefully traversed over the rubble and abandoned cargo that littered the warehouse floor. It looked as though there was a tiny creature scurrying around the mess too. Rewind and slow down the video to 0.25 speed and let me know what was scurrying around the ground. Sure enough, all the way in the back of the room was Black's hat, sitting on a pedestal. The floor around the hat was twisted and corrupted. Clearly, this hat held more secrets than it let on. Bingo! So that's the key to Black's power.
Yeah, right.
I wonder what would happen if we destroyed it. Just as I stepped forward to grab it, Gray darted past me and snatched it up before I could.
I'm sorry, Orin. I can't let you do this. It might hurt Wenda.
But she's dangerous. Don't you remember? Or do I need to remind you? It was only a couple of days ago when she was trying to kill us. Wenda found us and was heading in our direction. On days 11 to 14, Wenda ran up and confronted us, but Gray stepped forward desperately.
Wenda, this isn't you. Please, be my friend again.
Kill! Kill!
She lashed out at him with her tentacles, sending him flying. That's my friend! Leave him alone! I began to attack the monstrous creature, doing my best to protect Gray. I tried the same trick from before and used my fire to push her back slightly. I was just starting to gain some ground when Brud showed up.
I'm here to help.
Brud rushed forward to attack Wenda, but before he could even land an attack, Wenda struck. She absorbed Brud, becoming a size larger and more powerful. No! Armed with a new ability, she fired her new attack at me. It was strong and hit me hard, dropping my health dangerously low. Things have taken a turn for the worse. We need to get out of here. Let's go, Gray! We then fled away from the area, with Wenda close behind.
I don't care. I know she's still in there somewhere. I'm sorry, Orin.
He dashed away before I could even react. Hey, get back here! I took off after him without hesitation. I started chasing Gray through the warehouse, trying to reach him. He squeezed through a tiny gap just out of my reach, leaving me stuck and frustrated. I ran back outside, just in time to see him slip into a nearby cave. I ran into the cave after him. Gray, get back here! On days 51 through 54, I crept cautiously, calling out to Gray as I searched for him. Gray, give me back the hat! I know you're in here! My voice echoed off the decrepit walls, but the only answer was an eerie silence that made my skin crawl. Then I saw it. My first target, the deep dark stone, was waiting for me, resting just behind a massive underground lake. I'll need that to grow my elemental powers. I began using my ice powers to freeze platforms on top of the water that I could jump over. Almost there, just a bit further. Suddenly, the cave trembled, and all the cave lights went dark. It was pitch black. This is bad news. I can't see where to platform next. I couldn't see anything. All I could hear was something moving in the water around me. Gray, is that you? Before I could react, a loud crash echoed through the cave, followed by a loud roar. I was filled with pure terror. Something is after me. I gotta get out of here. I didn't have time to catch my breath before something began rising from the water. A giant enemy staring straight at me. Guess I'm not getting a break today. On days 55 through 57, the sea monster was staring right at me as the light in the cave started to come back. Without saying a single word, it started to launch lethal attacks at me. I can't reach that thing from here, but if I get in the water, I won't stand a chance. I've got to find a way to get to it on land. Thinking quickly, I blasted the water with my ice powers, making the platform I was standing on even larger. I ran up to the sea monster to start fighting back. Unfortunately, as I got closer, it started hitting me even harder. So that's how it is, huh? Take this! I shot a blast of searing hot fire towards a waterfall. Suddenly, the water around it began to boil. My enemy started to panic, screaming and writhing in pain. I took the opportunity to hit it with another fire attack, finishing it off once and for all. As the boiling water returned to normal, Jevin swam up.
Whoa. Thanks, man. That was wacky.
Jevin, am I glad to see you? Have you seen Gray anywhere?
I guess I have. When I was trapped, I think I saw him run by us and head out that exit.
Then there's no time to lose. Fuse with me.
Sure. Just grab that deep dark stone, the source of my power, and we'll be able to fuse to our full potential.
I knew that thing was important. Jevin and I ran towards the stone, and once we grabbed it, we fused together. With Jevin, I grew even stronger, gaining 5 more hearts and new water powers. Woo! I feel good. Now time to find my friend. I set off towards the exit, searching for Gray. On days 58 through 61, I was traveling over the land, trying to find any signs of Gray, until I spotted something off in the distance. It was another cave. I sprinted towards it, but as I got closer, I saw a small figure in the mouth of the cave.
Gotta get out. I gotta be able to help them. What am I gonna do?
Gray, buddy, is that you? He didn't say anything in response. He just kept mumbling to himself. I wasn't sure what to do, but I could hear him repeating something, so I got closer.
Must.
Gray? Suddenly, he snapped around to meet my gaze. It was Gray. Oh no, he's been corrupted.
Must.
I could only watch as the energies transformed Gray into an even larger, more terrible creature. Hey, buddy! The corrupted Gray leapt towards me and attacked with his dark projectiles. I blocked most of his incoming blows, but couldn't bring myself to retaliate. Gray was my friend, and I didn't want to hurt him. Gray, please, it's okay. I'm not mad at you. Just give me the hat. He slammed me with a strong attack that I couldn't block, causing me to take 8 hearts worth of damage. If I don't think of a plan soon, I'm gonna be forced to take him down. I charged up a beam attack, hoping to put some distance between Gray and I, but something terrible happened. For the days of 62 through 64, I watched in horror as Black slammed into Gray, then attacking him with his powerful blood attack. Gray, no! The attack suddenly snapped Gray back into his non-corrupted form. He had been healed, but he still wasn't safe.
Orin, help me!
I'm trying! Give me a second! I'm coming! Before I could do anything, Black absorbed Gray without a moment to lose. Black now had his hat back and had all of Gray's power.
I'm even more powerful now.
We'll see about that.
No one can stop me now. No one!
I started to use my elemental attacks on him, but it was like he was impenetrable. My attacks were doing nothing to him.
Big mistake, you puny worm!
Black then hit with a huge attack, sending me backwards and damaging me severely. I had to think quickly if I wanted to survive this encounter. What do I do? What do I do? Wait, that's it! I sprinted towards the nearby cave. That will do. Now to make sure you can't follow. I used my ice beam to block up the exit with ice, ensuring that Black wouldn't be able to follow me.
Get back here, Orin! Fight me like a man!
I'll have to use a rain check on that offer. See ya! I was able to escape through the cave for now and made my way outside. I was now in a field, but I couldn't rest long. Black would be after me soon. I have to get stronger. Maybe I can find Funbot and he can help me. I remembered that something had happened to Mr. Funbot the first time I saw him, though I had to reflect on what that was. Before she could get a note out, Black lashed out at her, imbuing her with corrupted powers. She mutated, growing jagged teeth, long tentacle-like arms, and became 10 times stronger.
Good pawn. Now fetch me those elemental powers.
Black then snuck back into the ground, leaving us with Wenda's new terrifying form. Wenda turned on us, firing a destructive beam at everything in sight. 2 Sprunkis were killed instantly as the lab began to crumble. As the rest of the Sprunkis scattered, rubble fell right on top of Funbot, destroying him. No! That's right. He was severely wounded by Wenda when the factory exploded. But maybe he might still be alive and I can repair him. I started heading back to the factory where I was created, hopeful that I might be able to fix my friend and turn the tides of this battle against Black. Little did I know, I was being followed by some kind of monster.
I've got you right where I want you.
On days 65 to 67, I returned to the ruins of the factory, desperate to find some way to fix Funbot. From what I can see, everything is pretty much on fire, so I have to proceed cautiously. As I carefully moved through the debris, I caught movement from the corner of my eyes. I saw Lime scurrying around the debris. Orin, is that you? Lime, what are you doing here? It's not safe. I've been hiding in the rubble this whole time, waiting to see if anyone I knew would find me. And I am glad it was you, Orin. Now we can fuse together to become stronger. Great idea! Lime and I then fused together, giving me 2 more hearts and new powers. Now that we're fused together, let's go see what we can find. As we explored around the base, we found a room with a strange machine. I went in closer for a better look, but something in the shadows zapped my body. The damage was too much for me. Simon had split from me. Suddenly, the creature rushed out of their hiding place and fused into Simon, taking his powers. No! Simon!
Yes, I can feel this power coursing through my body.
Hey, let him go!
If you want your friend back so badly, you will have to take him from me, Sprunki.
On days 68 to 72, the creature and I were in a heated brawl. I needed to save Simon, or my mission would be over. He hit me with a powerful lightning attack, sending me back.
Did you think you could win this battle?
The creature used one of Simon's abilities to damage me even further, but I was able to get my footing and readied myself for round 2. I rushed in, and we clashed again. We traded blows, but I was able to get in more hits than he was. I then used my acid powers and dealt a massive amount of damage towards him. My attacks were working, but unfortunately for me, he had a counterattack ready as he fought back using his arcs of electricity. His attack left a mark on me, but luckily, my acid was enough to keep him still for a moment, and I used that opportunity to try and get a hold of Simon. Come on, Simon, I know you're in there. You have to fight back. Just then, I knocked some sense into Simon, sending the monster into a memory where I had saved Simon. Finally, I came to a clearing. It seemed like Mr. Tree's trunk was hollow. At the very center, I spotted Simon in a cage of iron wood. Electricity sparked around him. He seemed to be the source of Mr. Tree's power. Simon, how are you doing that?
I'm not sure, but you gotta help me get out of here. I feel like my life force is being drained away.
I'll get you out of there. Stand back. Without hesitation, I launched a blast of fire at the cage. It burnt away, releasing Simon.
Uh-oh! Bad news!
Bad news?
Well, good news is the fire opened the cage. The bad news is that the trunk we're in is super dry and very...
The rest of the tree exploded into flames.
Flammable! Ah!
On days 22 to 25, I stood by Simon as Mr. Tree burned.
Orin, Sky, thank you for saving me, but we gotta get out of here.
I like your thinking, but the only way we'll make it out of here safely is to fuse. Are you up for saving the world today, Simon?
Sure. My schedule's been free ever since the world ended. Let's do it.
As Simon and I collided, we fused. I grew bigger, gained another head, 5 more hearts, and electric elemental powers. Yes! I've never felt so powerful! Mr. Tree was beginning to crumble from the inside out, bits of rubble and dangerous splinters coming down on my head. I sprinted out of the cave as quickly as I could, knowing that I needed to save him.
Oh, the pain!
Hang on, Mr. Tree! I'll cool you down with my ice! Just as I ran up to unleash my element of cold, a blast of energy exploded by my feet. I then looked up to see it was none other than Black.
I knew I'd find you here. Submit to me, elemental Sprunki. I'll make your death quick.
The only death that's going to be quick around here is yours.
Then I'll just have to make you suffer.
Black began to attack me, using his evil powers to try and bring me down. I retaliated, using each of the elements I had to try and defeat him. You can't defeat me. I have my friends by my side. Literally.
Yeah! Yeah!
I charged up and used all of my elemental abilities at once, tapping into every ounce of energy I had.
I can still fight too. Yeah.
Mr. Tree joined in, striking Black with his own tree powers.
No! No!
No! He can't hear you now.
He lunged at me, but I quickly ran around him, but found myself with nowhere to go again.
Say goodnight. Everything you've worked for will be for nothing.
The creature unleashed a powerful beam from his scorpion tail, but it barely missed me, revealing a new secret room. Thanks for the help, you freak! I ran inside of the room and found one of my old friends trapped in a prison. It was Funbot. Funbot, are you okay? Talk to me! I got a good look at him, but he didn't seem like he was in great shape.
Orin, sing with me.
What? But we have to get out.
Please, just do it.
I was hesitant, but I followed Funbot's lead and began singing along with him. As we sang, the creature started writhing around in pain and tried to block our singing from his ears.
No! No, this can't be happening!
On days 73 to 75, the singing Funbot and I were harmonizing, causing the creature and Simon to split from each other. Now time to get what you deserve. With the creature stunned by the split, I took the opportunity to end this battle. I powered up a beam attack and struck it right in its chest, finishing it off once and for all.
Jeez, thanks, Orin. Now, let's refuse.
Simon dashed towards me, and we fused back into our previous form. I then busted Funbot out of his prison.
I'm glad that worked.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're alive, Funbot.
Alive, but not well. If you're willing to help, I can be fixed.
Of course. Tell me what I need to do.
I need a uranium ingot. It is incredibly rare, so it is locked deep in the cave systems that run beneath Sprunki. But be warned, the caves can be extremely dangerous.
Don't worry, Funbot. I'll be fine. Just wait here. I'll be right back with uranium ingots. I turned from Funbot and headed off to find the caves. I had gone a long distance, but after traveling for a while, I finally came to the mouth of a cave. This must be it. No better way to find out than to head in. I gathered all the courage I had and made my way into the depths of the cave. cave, unsure of where it would lead. On days 73 through 75, I felt like I was getting close to the uranium ingot, but before I could get too far, I came to the edge of a huge chasm. I need to hurry. I've got to get that item for Funbot. I parkoured across the massive chasm. I relied on my own skills to try and make it across as fast as I could. I took a quick look down, and the bottom of the chasm was filled with spikes, so I had to be extra careful. One wrong jump and it was game over for me. As I jumped to the next pillar, the ones behind me started to crumble, sending rock falling all the way down to the bottom. That's not good. I had to make a run for it as fast as I could, trying not to look down as I raced to the other side. I was careful not to make any missteps, but I couldn't take too long, or else the crumbling rocks would take me down with it. I zoomed to the finish and was able to land. I finally made it to the other side. Safe at last. Whew, that was a close one. I continued forward, leaving behind the parkour, and eventually I found myself in a small dungeon-like room. This is weird. I started to take a quick look around. Nothing was noticeable besides a door on the other side of the room with a sign. I looked closer at it and realized it had a riddle on it. There will be no escape until you finish the game. It's now time to remember who should hold the blame. I was confused about the riddle and was unsure what to do. Things got worse when the entrance sealed itself off from the path I used to get in. Don't tell me this room is booby-trapped. All of a sudden, acid began to pour into the room. I had to think fast. On days 80 to 83, I ran over to try and solve the puzzle as fast as possible before I would be melted by the approaching acid. Okay, focus. Looking at the puzzle, I figured out it was a simple combination lock, and all I had to do was find the right combination of colors for the door to unlock. I quickly guessed the combo for the lock and put it in. A brief second passed before the lock denied the combination, and it completely reset. Maybe I can slow the acid down. I used my frost powers to try and freeze it, but unfortunately, they pushed right through the ice and shattered it. Uh-oh! The burning sludge kept creeping up on me, and I quickly turned back to the puzzle and began putting in random combinations, hoping that I could get one right. Come on! I then looked closer at the sign and noticed it had capitals in odd places, and I realized that might be the clue. I desperately hit the levers in order of each letter corresponding with the color and heard a click. I think that did it! To my surprise, the door opened itself to me. Yes, it worked! I dashed through the doorway, just narrowly avoiding being melted. But when I arrived on the other side, there was a massive figure preventing me from advancing any further. His presence was menacing.
Not so fast. If you want this item, you'll have to go through me.
Wait, aren't you Dr. Doom?
No, I am the guardian of this passageway. Prepare to be smited.
For the days of 84 through 86, I was engaged in combat with a massive guardian, trading blow after blow, wearing each other down. That uranium ingot is gonna be mine!
No one has defeated me in centuries. I doubt you'll be the first.
You underestimate my power! I knew I had to defeat this guardian for Funbot and for all of the Sprunkis. This is for all of my friends. I then used my powerful all-element blast, giving it all I had. The guardian then retaliated with his own mega blast attack that was just as powerful as mine. We were equal in almost all regards. I didn't know how I was supposed to win this battle. We continued battling it out. I would use every attack I knew, and the guardian used his years of knowledge to his advantage in this battle. However, eventually the guardian started to push back. His age started to get the best of him, and he was starting to become weak.
You fight well, better than I expected. Very well, I admit defeat. You may take the uranium, you have earned it.
Thank you. You fought well, Guardian. Now you may rest. After the Guardian gave me his respect, he gave me the uranium ingot. I grabbed the ingot and ran off through the exit. Eventually, I made it back, just in time to help Funbot, who was even more damaged than before.
Thank you. This should fix me.
Mr. Funbot took the item and used it to repair himself back to his original state. He looked to be as good as new.
Now, you come here. I have a few last modifications I wanted to make to you.
What kind of modifications?
Oh, you'll see. Now hold still.
Funbot then shot a blast of pure energy at me, upgrading me once again. My elemental attacks were even stronger than before. I could feel the energy leaking out of me. My power was overflowing. This is awesome! Thanks, Funbot!
No time to chat. Quickly find as many remaining Sprunkis that you can. You saw how Wenda absorbed blood. She's done the same to Veneria.
Then I'd better get moving. I then left the area in search of my Sprunki friends. On days 87 through 89, I went on my search across Sprunki to find more of my friends. I need to hurry. I know there's more friends out here, and I don't want them to get absorbed by Wenda just like Brud and Venera. I traveled through a huge open field, hoping for a clue of my friends' whereabouts. I then trudged through the hills, but still no sign of my Sprunki family. Afterwards, I searched a dense forest and still came up empty-handed. With no sign of my friends, I was really starting to get nervous. After I traveled a little further, I eventually reached the edge of what looked like a corrupted land. I wonder what could have caused this. I need to make sure none of my friends are stuck in this evil place. I traveled deeper into the corrupted lands, and everything got scarier and scarier. The ground was black and barren. The water was blood red, and there seemed to be no sign of wildlife anywhere nearby. No, please, no more of this, as if I wasn't scared enough already. But this was no time to be scared. I had to keep moving. During my travels, I heard noises coming from the area around me, and I felt as if something was stalking me. Okay, I need to investigate these noises. I have a bad feeling about this. Before I could even take my next step, some kind of gas cloud gathered around me, making it harder to breathe. What the? Who's doing this? The cloud was getting thicker. I was starting to doze off. I could barely keep my eyes open. Is this the end? As my vision began to distort, I saw a figure scurrying by. Was that an Easter egg? Maybe if someone can rewatch the video and watch it at 0.25 speed, they can let me know in the comments. Before I could say anything else, I fell into a deep sleep and started dreaming about my past. Suddenly, the lights began to flicker as black appeared.
Hand over the elemental powers. They belong to me.
No, I'm tired of you bullying us. Sprunkies, let's sing!
Before she could get a note out, Lacka lashed out at her, imbuing her with corrupted powers. She mutated, growing jagged teeth, long tentacle-like arms, and became 10 times stronger.
Good, Pong. Now fetch me those elemental powers.
Black then snuck back into the ground, leaving us with Wenda's new terrifying form. Wenda turned on us, firing a destructive beam at everything in sight. 2 Sprunkis were killed instantly as the lab began to crumble. As the rest of the Sprunkis scattered, rubble fell right on top of Funbot, destroying him. No! For the days of 62 through 64, I watched in horror as Black slammed into Gray, then attacking him with his powerful blood attack. Gray, no! The attack suddenly snapped Gray back into his non-corrupted form. He had been healed, but he still wasn't safe.
Orin, help me!
I'm trying! Give me a second! I'm coming! Before I could do anything, Black absorbed Gray without a moment to lose. Black now had his hat back and had all of Gray's power.
I'm even more powerful now.
This is awesome! Thanks, Funbot!
No time to chat. Quickly find as many remaining Sprunkis that you can. You saw how Wenda absorbed blood. She's done the same to Veneria.
Then I'd better get moving. On days 90 to 92, I woke up, but I wasn't in the corrupted land anymore. The area I was in was replaced with a lush green field. Huh? Am I dreaming? As I kept looking around, one of my friends appeared near me, and he was singing happily. It was Sky, but we were fused. I looked down at my body and saw that I was back to my original form. Huh? I guess I really am dreaming. Soon enough, I heard more voices singing nearby, and I took a look around. I walked a bit and found my whole Sprunki family standing together, happily singing and dancing. Their joy reminded me that I wasn't fighting for just the sake of fighting. Yeah, them. They are what I'm fighting for. Seeing my friends filled me with determination and resolve. I had to take Black down and save my family. I ran to them and joined their song and dance. As I enjoyed the music, one of the Sprunkis came up to me. It was Pinky, my girlfriend.
Orin!
Pinky, I'm so glad to see you. I wished I could stay there with her forever, but unfortunately, I couldn't enjoy the moment we were having as her image started to flicker. I knew what was happening to her. She was corrupting.
Orin, please save me!
No, not you too! I won't lose you. Where can I find you?
Look in the Shadowlands, please, before it's too late!
I was completely devastated, but I couldn't stay there long as the dream began to fade away. I'll save you, Pinky, no matter what. Don't you worry.
I know you will. Just please hurry.
With my new mission in mind, the dream completely faded. On days 93 to 95, I woke up, trapped in some sort of cage. I looked around, trying to figure out where I was. I'm still in the corrupted land, so I couldn't have gone too far. I continued to look around and noticed something nearby. There seemed to be some kind of mad scientist creature. He was messing around with a bunch of science equipment, clicking computers and playing around with scientific instruments. Hey, let me out of here!
No, I can't do that. You see, I need your power!
No way, you're not getting that.
I certainly will. Now where was I?
The mad scientist turned back to his work, completely ignoring me. Hey, let me out, scientist! Are you even listening to me? Let me out! I tried my best to get his attention, but he acted like he didn't even hear me. All right, you asked for it. I activated Lion's powers and blasted the cage. Immediately, it melted away. Will you pay attention to me now?
What the? Hi! You can't do that!
He quickly pulled a lever, which caused several turret guns to appear, all aimed at me. Instantly, they all started to shoot. Those can't hurt me. I dashed forward and destroyed each turret with ease. I turned and set my sights on the mad scientist. Now it's your turn.
Great Scott!
I hit him with a finishing blow before he could say another word. Now I've got to find Pinky. On days 96 through 98, I was searching for my girlfriend Pinky. Why is it that everyone is so hard to find? This reminds me of when I was looking for Gray. On days 51 through 54, I crept cautiously, calling out to Gray as I searched for him. Gray, give me back the hat. I know you're in here. My voice echoed off the decrepit walls, but the only answer was an eerie silence that made my skin crawl. Then I saw it. My first target, the deep dark stone, was waiting for me, resting just behind a massive underground lake. I'll need that to grow my elemental powers. I began using my ice powers to freeze platforms on top of the water that I could jump over. Almost there, just a bit further. Suddenly, the cave trembled, and all the cave lights went dark. It was pitch black. This is bad news. I can't see where to platform next. I couldn't see anything. All I could hear was something moving in the water around me. Gray, is that you? Before I could react, a loud crash echoed through the cave, followed by a loud roar. I was filled with pure terror. Something is after me. I gotta get out of here. I didn't have time to catch my breath before something began rising from the water. A giant enemy staring straight at me. Guess I'm not getting a break today. Maybe it's best I stop looking for Pinky, considering what happened when I finally did find Gray. On days 58 through 61, I was traveling over the land, trying to find any signs of Gray, until I spotted something off in the distance. It was another cave. I sprinted towards it, but as I got closer, I saw a small figure in the mouth of the cave.
Gotta get out. I gotta be able to help them. What am I gonna do?
Gray, buddy, is that you? He didn't say anything in response. He just kept mumbling to himself. I wasn't sure what to do, but I could hear him repeating something, so I got closer.
Must.
Gray? Suddenly, he snapped around to meet my gaze. It was Gray. Oh no, he's been corrupted.
Must?
Kill! I could only watch as the energies transformed Gray into an even larger, more terrible creature. Hey, buddy! The corrupted Gray leapt towards me and attacked with his dark projectiles. I blocked most of his incoming blows, but couldn't bring myself to retaliate. Gray was my friend, and I didn't want to hurt him. Gray, please, it's okay. I'm not mad at you. Just give me the hat. He slammed me with a strong attack that I couldn't block, causing me to take 8 hearts worth of damage. If I don't think of a plan soon, I'm gonna be forced to take him down. I charged up a beam attack, hoping to put some distance between Gray and I, but something terrible happened. No, this is Pinky I'm talking about here. I have to find her no matter what. She would do the same for me. I hurried back and traveled to the spot from earlier to find the portal to the Shadowlands, hoping it would lead me back to Pinky. I jumped through it, and soon enough, I found myself back in the Shadowlands. After traveling for a while, I came across a massive hole in the ground and made my way inside. The tunnel was long, but eventually I came across a nest of webs. Caught in the middle of the webs was Pinky, struggling to break free. Looks like that shadow creature wasn't the only living thing lurking around in this place. Pinky, are you okay?
Orin, watch out behind you!
Huh? Out of the shadows crawled a humongous spider monster. Before I could react, it began covering me in webs. Soon enough, I was completely trapped. Ugh, let me out of here!
Not a chance. I like to play with my food first.
Huh? You can talk? What kind of monster are you?
I'm no ordinary spider. I can look inside your mind and find all your weaknesses. Here, let me take a look.
Just then, the spider used its power to look into my mind. On days 4 to 7, I found myself sprinting through the rolling hills of Sprunki, dodging meteors that rained down from the sky. There were some close calls as meteors exploded around me, some hitting inches from where I stood.
I see y'all. Run, little Sprunki, run.
I barely dodged out of the way as a massive meteor crashed down in front of me.
What are we supposed to do?
Suddenly, I heard a voice calling out to me.
Psst, over here.
I barely heard someone whisper nearby. I turned to where it was coming from, and it was from a spooky cave. Figuring that anything was better than the meteors, I rushed inside. Who's there? Show yourself! Suddenly, a massive, corrupted monster leaped down from the shadows. Who are you?
Black and Wenda send their regards. There's nowhere you can hide from us, Sprunki.
I'm tired of getting pushed around. It's time to fight back. We both charged in, ready to battle. On days 8 to 10, I was locked in combat with the corrupted monster. I used my elemental powers to their full potential, firing blasts of fire from one hand and beams of ice from the other. For a moment, it was neck and neck. The monster hit me with its intense magical barrages as I countered with everything I had. Suddenly, I spotted stalactites on the ceiling and had an idea. I aimed a flame attack at the ceiling, causing sharp rocks to rain down on the monster and stunning him. Now with my chance, I took the opportunity and landed the killing blow, defeating him. Just then, the giant spider exited my mind.
Impossible! How can you be so resilient?
Because I have the power of Sprunkis on my side. I then used all of my strength to burst out of the webs and ran in to face off with the monster, dodging its web attacks and waiting for an opportunity to strike. With a burst of energy, I struck the spider with a beam attack, defeating it at last. I then ran over and busted Pinky out of her web trap.
Orin, you saved me!
Of course I did. Now there's no time to waste. She then ran towards me to fuse. A bright light surrounded us. Pinky and I fused, and I could feel her power flowing through me. I had gained increased strength and reached my final form. With my newfound power, I finally felt ready to face Black and Wenda.
Wow, you're so strong!
As I was admiring my newfound strength, I thought I spotted something in the background. This is a great time to check how many Easter eggs you've spotted through the video. Leave a comment down below on how many you saw. With my final form acquired, I set off back to the Sprunki world. On day 99, I jumped back through the portal and into the lands of Sprunki, but I didn't get far before I was confronted by Black himself.
Oh, look who thinks he's so big and strong.
I am big and strong, and it's time I end your evil once and for all.
I'd like to see you try.
He tried blasting me with his laser attacks, but I quickly dodged out of the way. You can't beat me with the same old tricks. Using the upgraded power of Pinky on my side, I ran in to hit Black with a powerful beam attack.
He's far stronger than I thought. No matter.
Black rushed back in, and we continued to clash. He hit me with a powerful beam attack, and I answered back with an attack of my own. He was strong, but I felt I was gaining the upper hand. Just when I thought I was winning, he hit me with one of his laser attacks. Maybe I underestimated him. I did my best to shake off the pain and rushed back in. I mustered up all my strength and hit him with a strong chest beam attack. He was shot back, and I finally brought him down. Any last words, Black?
You may have defeated me, but the true successor of my power is approaching. Wenda, kill!
Huh? What the? Suddenly, Wenda appeared behind me and quickly hit me with her beam attack. Wenda?
Ha! This reminds me of the first time you got away from me. That's not happening again.
What happened the first time? On day 2, I was being chased through the lab by Wenda. I tried to take advantage of my terrain, ducking through small passages where she couldn't fit. But Wenda broke through every wall like a bulldozer. There was no escape. She fired another beam, but I dodged it just in time. I quickly turned the corner and found myself in a room where there was a pit of lava. For a second, I wondered what I was going to do until I remembered I was an elemental Sprunki. I made a fire. There's a chance the lava won't hurt me. I took a leap of faith and jumped into the lava. The heat felt just right, and I didn't take any damage. Wenda dashed to the end of the pit and fired a beam into the lava, barely missing me. I swam deeper until I found a small shaft that I could hide inside. Oh yeah, but that was so long ago. Hey, where'd you go? I looked over and saw that Wenda absorbed Black into herself. She grew even larger, and her power increased significantly.
Kill!
Wenda bolted towards me, eager to fight. On day 100, I was facing off with Wenda. We were going to finish this once and for all. You might have damaged me from the previous fight, but my determination to defeat you burns in my veins. You're going down. I sent out my most powerful beam attack yet, straight at her. Unfortunately, she got hit by the full blast, but emerged unbothered.
Kill!
Wenda then sent out a barrage of strikes at me, severely hurting me in the process, and I got knocked back. At this rate, I am toast. Think, Orin, think. That's it. I used the power of the Sprunki song, unleashing my strongest singing voice yet. The power of the Sprunki song began to overwhelm her. It was more powerful than ever before, thanks to all my friends' voices.
Stop! No singing! No!
I used this opening to strike her one last time. I knocked her back, and she fell to the ground, shrunken back to her normal form. In the process, all of my Sprunki friends she absorbed also got released.
You saved us, Orin.
You're our hero.
Thank you.
Actually, the name's Bronzo